Automatic cars are everywhere. But did you know that over 40% of automatic transmission failures are caused by simple, common mistakes that drivers unknowingly make every day? That's right. Your bad habits behind the wheel could be silently destroying your car's transmission, costing you thousands in repairs. But don't worry, in this video, we are going to uncover 12 things you should never do in an automatic car and how can avoid them. Stick around, because by the end of this video, I will also share a bonus tip that can save you thousands in repairs and completely change the way you drive. Let's get started. Mistake number 12. Resting your hand on the gear shifter. This mistake is so common, but most drivers have no idea it's causing harm. Basically, the gear stick in an automatic transmission is primarily used to select drive modes. It is connected to the transmission through a shift linkage, which engages specific gears inside the transmission. Resting your hand on the gear shifter puts unnecessary pressure on your transmission. This constant pressure can cause the shift linkage to wear out faster or become misaligned, leading to potential issues when shifting gears. Resting your hand on the shifter can also lead to other issues, such as unintended shifts. To avoid these problems, it's best to keep both hands on the steering wheel and only touch the gear shifter when you need to change gears. This simple habit helps reduce unnecessary stress on the transmission and keeps your shifting mechanism in good condition for longer-lasting performance. Mistake number 11. Shifting to park before the car stops completely. This is one of the fastest ways to destroy your transmission. When you shift into park while the car is still moving, you're forcing a tiny metal piece called the parking pal to stop the entire weight of your vehicle. And guess what? It's not designed for that kind of stress. This tiny metal part can snap or wear down over time, leading to a costly repair or making it impossible to keep the car stationary even in park. Instead, always make sure your car is at a complete stop before shifting into P. And for extra safety, engage the parking brake before letting go of the brake pedal. Mistake number 10. Leaving the car in drive while sitting. If you sit at a red light with your car in drive and your foot on the brake, you might be silently damaging your transmission without realizing it. When the car is in drive, the torque converter remains engaged and tries to push the car forward while you hold it back with the brakes. This creates unnecessary heat and stress on internal components of your transmission, like the clutches, gears, and bands, leading to faster wear, lower fuel efficiency, and potential long-term damage. Instead, when you're stopped for more than just a moment, like at a long red light or in heavy traffic, it's better to shift into neutral. This reduces the load on the transmission, prevents overheating, and minimizes unnecessary wear on the components. Mistake number 9. Running on low gas. Running on low gas might seem like no big deal, but it's actually one of the worst habits you can have when it comes to maintaining your automatic car. Modern automatic cars have an electric fuel pump that is responsible for pulling fuel from the fuel tank and delivering it to the fuel injectors. But this pump relies on the gasoline in the tank to provide lubrication and cooling. When the tank is near empty, the pump has to work harder to draw fuel from the bottom of the tank, which can cause it to overheat and wear out prematurely. This can lead to a costly repair or even a complete fuel pump failure, leaving you stranded. And let's not forget the risk of running out of gas altogether. If your car stalls in the middle of traffic, you're not only risking a potential accident, but also damaging your engine because it's no longer getting the proper fuel supply. To avoid these issues, it's recommended to keep your fuel tank at least a quarter full. This helps to avoid all these potential problems and keep your car running smoothly. Mistake number 8. Not using the emergency brake properly. Many drivers only rely on the park gear when parking and completely ignore the emergency brake or parking brake. This might seem harmless, but over time, it puts unnecessary stress on the parking pal, which is a small metal pin inside the transmission that locks the gears when in park. If the car is parked on an incline or uneven surface, the full weight of the vehicle rests on this small component, which can cause it to wear out or break, leading to a rolling hazard if it fails. The emergency brake isn't just for extreme situations, it's designed to secure the car properly when parked, whether on a flat road or a hill. Using the parking brake also reduces stress on the transmission, ensuring it lasts longer. The correct method to park a vehicle is, first, come to a complete stop, then apply the emergency brake, and then shift into park. This way, the weight of the car rests on the brake system, not the transmission, preventing unnecessary damage. Mistake number 7. Using 2 feet while driving. A common mistake some drivers make, especially those who are used to manual transmission vehicles, is using both feet while driving an automatic car. One foot for the accelerator and the other for the brake. While this might seem like a way to react faster, but it can actually cause several serious problems for both the vehicle and the driver. One of the biggest risks of using 2 feet while driving is the possibility of accidentally pressing both the accelerator and brake at the same time. If you unknowingly apply even a little pressure on the brake while accelerating, it can cause confusion in the automatic transmission system and can cause excessive wear on the brakes and torque converter. Your car might even override acceleration, thinking you're trying to stop, which can be dangerous when merging or overtaking. Another major issue is that resting your left foot on the brake pedal, even lightly, can cause continuous brake wear. This can cause the brakes to overheat, wear out faster, and even warp the brake rotors, leading to reduced braking efficiency and costly repairs. The best and safest way to drive an automatic car is to use only your right foot for both the accelerator and brake. This ensures smoother transitions between accelerating and braking, reduces mechanical wear, and improves overall vehicle control. Mistake number 6. Using neutral while going downhill. Some drivers believe that putting the car in neutral while going downhill will save fuel. This is a myth because modern fuel-injected engines already cut fuel supply when coasting in drive. Additionally, being in neutral removes engine braking, meaning the only way to slow down is by using the brakes. This causes brake pads to wear out faster and increases the risk of brake fade, where the brakes become less effective due to overheating. Worse, in an emergency, you won't be able to accelerate quickly if needed to avoid an accident. Therefore, it is recommended to keep your car in drive when going downhill for better control. Mistake number 5. Constantly switching between drive and reverse while moving. Shifting between drive and reverse while your car is still moving is a recipe for transmission disaster. Many drivers usually make this mistake when they are trying to park quickly or maneuver in tight spaces. When you shift between drive and reverse while the car is still moving, the transmission is forced to suddenly change the direction of rotation. Automatic transmissions rely on a complex system of gears, clutches, and hydraulic fluid pressure to operate smoothly. If you shift too quickly, these internal components experience a sudden jolt of stress, which can cause premature wear or even complete transmission failure. One of the most common problems caused by this habit is damaged transmission bands, or clutches, that are responsible for smoothly engaging the gears. Over time, this can lead to slipping gears, rough shifting, and expensive repairs. To avoid these problems, always come to a complete stop before shifting between drive and reverse. It might take an extra second or two, but it's worth it to keep your transmission running smoothly for years to come. Mistake number 4. Flooring the accelerator right after starting the car. Your automatic car isn't a race car, and it definitely doesn't like cold starts. The moment you turn the key, your transmission fluid is still settling, and the engine oil hasn't fully circulated. If you floor the gas right away, You're forcing dry, unlubricated components to work under stress, which leads to excessive wear and tear. This can reduce your engine's lifespan and cause transmission overheating. Instead, give your car at least 30 seconds to warm up, especially in cold weather. This simple habit can prolong your engine and transmission's life, saving you from costly repairs. Mistake number 3. Overloading the car frequently. Many drivers underestimate the negative impact of frequently overloading their vehicle. While cars are designed to carry a specific weight, and exceeding the manufacturer's weight limit can put extreme stress on multiple components. Your automatic transmissions are also designed for a specific weight limit, and constantly exceeding this limit puts extra strain on the transmission. A heavier load forces the transmission to work harder, generating more heat and wearing out internal components faster. If you regularly carry heavy cargo or passengers, your transmission fluid may overheat, leading to poor shifting and reduced lifespan. To avoid these issues, always check your vehicle's gross weight rating, which is usually found in the owner's manual or on a sticker inside the driver's door. By keeping your car within its recommended weight limits, you'll ensure better performance, improved safety, and a longer lifespan for key components. Mistake number 2. Ignoring transmission fluid maintenance. Automatic transmission fluid is essential for lubricating, cooling, and ensuring smooth gear shifts. If you don't maintain it, your automatic transmission could suffer from poor shifting, overheating, or even complete failure. Transmission fluid is like the lifeblood of your gearbox. It keeps everything running smoothly and prevents metal-on-metal friction. Over time, this fluid can break down or become contaminated, leading to rough shifting and costly repairs. Check your owner's manual for the recommended change intervals. A simple fluid change today can save you thousands in repairs down the road. Mistake number 1. Launching the car aggressively. Some drivers rev the engine in neutral and then quickly shift to drive to create a quick acceleration boost. This technique, known as neutral dropping, puts extreme stress on the transmission bands and clutch plates. Over time, this can cause premature transmission failure or internal gear damage. Automatic transmissions are not built for sudden power transfers like this. If you need quick acceleration, it's better to use the sports mode, if available, or a controlled launch instead of forcing the transmission to take a sudden hit. That's all for this video. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, share it with your fellow drivers, and subscribe for more car-saving tips. What mistake surprised you the most? Comment below and let's chat. See you in the next video.